Hey guys, Matt the Greeter, the Hanjo. I wasn't gonna record tonight, but the light is so nice. Gotta catch this field. We don't have a whole lot of these nice fields around where I live. Gotta take advantage. I didn't have the bike when I lived down in Cranberry Country, as it's referred to. Oh, we never called it that living there, but South Shore, Massachusetts. Inland, about halfway between Boston and Plymouth, but inland a little bit. So we didn't have any ocean. You had to drive to get to the ocean, and drive to get to the city, and drive a little bit to get to Plymouth. But we had cranberry bogs and a lot of that stuff, and a lot of open space, and it was a great place to grow up. The old story though, the commuter rail comes through. I mean, we are close enough to the city to catch the old commuter rail, and when that moved into town, then that's it. The town, exploded. It's not to say, you can never go home again. That's what they say. But I'm trying to change my perspective there. So yes, I really loved the place I did the majority of my growing up. Really, 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 really loved it, and it was perfect for me. And I could still excuse me, picture the backyard and the way it kind of settled in, and the trees. And on the other side was I think the largest operational cranberry bog, at least in the area, if not the world at the time. Although we didn't know it because they'd shoo you away, but I had a nice look at the trees and whatever, and hit the wiffle ball around, shoot hoops in the driveway, that kind of thing, and there's nobody around. Get on my bicycle or ride up to the train tracks. It was all just freight train, so you go up and down the tracks. You could ride up and down the tracks then, and they weren't all chained off, and the train went a little slow. It was a freight train. So I loved that growing up, but that doesn't exist anymore. But I think sometimes the phrase "you can't go home again" is kind of I don't know, I don't necessarily agree with it. The older I get, I think maybe home is ahead at this point. So the home that I loved was behind me for a long time, but it doesn't exist anymore. So I think I can go home again. I just think it's in the future. I mean, I'm not talking about death. I don't think of death morbidly. I think it's inevitable. The exciting conclusion, or the blasé conclusion, depending on how you expire. But yeah, I think home. It's more of a mindset. So. Yeah, I told you I lived up by Canada for a little while, out in a real rural area. That felt like home while I was there. So I think home for me exists in waypoints. So there was the home of my youth. There was the home, in Quincy, Massachusetts. I lived there about 3 or 4 times. And in Quincy, I had my little home spaces, and those places are still there. They're obviously overpopulated now, but I do have some home spaces there. So there's another waypoint, and so I got several waypoints along the way that feel like home, and I guess maybe they're just reminders of a state of mind that I like to attain. And I don't know. What do you think about that? You can't go home again. Sure, some of you guys had really lousy homes. I get that. You don't want to go back. That's absolutely, I don't blame you there. I happen to be blessed with terrific parents, or I wouldn't be here still, in all sincerity. So I thank God for my parents. They were the parents I needed to have to survive. So, mission accomplished thus far, Mom and Dad. yeah, I guess, you know, when I'm hanging around them, I feel a sense of home. And so now that I'm a parent, apparently, and then perhaps I can have a similar gravity, you know, for my kids. You know, gravity always brings you to earth. It always brings a sense of stability. You know, you could really, you know, in the middle of crashing your bike, you can be flailing through the air, but eventually you come down, and you can just sort of regather your thoughts or whatever. And that's how I feel. Like, I go to my parents' house when I can, and I kind of feel like, even if we don't talk or whatever, don't do anything, I just go there, and it's kind of like I can regather myself a little bit. And I expect that would be the case no matter where they were living. So maybe that's something too. Maybe home isn't so much a place as it is a you know, a set of people, or a, you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but hey, you understand what I'm saying? Do you get a feeling? Red, orange, yellow, blue. What about green, indigo, violet? What about police? We don't talk about po-po. Anyhow, guys, well, hope you guys, if you had a lousy, horrible, crappy, disturbing, you know, whatever kind of home growing up, don't lose hope. You know what I'm saying? I've had a few waypoints that if I were to go there now would feel like home, and that, yeah, that's out there for you too. Don't give up. Don't quit before the miracle happens, right? And you don't know, but you might be somebody's waypoint. You know what I'm saying? You might be, you know, you go into Dunkin' Donuts, and maybe you're the one dude in the morning that the cashier knows your order and whatever. You like, as you always have your money and a smile or something. Maybe that's a friendly face you are to somebody you don't even realize. You know, but hang in there, man, or woman, whoever's watching this. I think it's all, I don't know if I think this is it's like a Rush concert. My subscriber base, you know, look around the room and you see a lot of testosterone, I think. That's fine. All right, guys, anyway, that's enough out of me. I will talk to you guys soon. I'm loving my new headlight. It's my first twilight riding, so I got a meeting right now, and when I go home, it'll be full dark. I'm looking forward to trying this thing out and seeing if I can blind some old people. No, I'm just kidding. It's just kind of see what it looks like in the true dark. Of course, I forgot my clear face shield, so it already seems a little bit dark to me now. Anyhow, guys, Matt the Greater, care about you, and I'll talk to you soon. All right, bye.